instead of analyzing how much you're gonna lose or whatever, it's like analyze how much wasted bullshit you're living in, right? Like your current situation.
That's
I had to buy a $1,500 car when my car broke down, and I'm still driving it. Some people can't live like that. They have to have the nicest car, or
yeah.
at least
Or they're paying 1,500 a month for it.
yeah, they have to do that because that's their identity, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Like you're not moving because of all the trophies that you're trying to collect, and that's stupid.
And if there's a time when there is self-doubt, it's right then. If you think you're doubting yourself now, just wait till you actually make that move and the hard times actually come. So whether you're actually just starting in a new job in a new company, or you're trying to leap into a new business, or you're just trying to get the wheels going in your life, period, you got to remember that time that you think that you spend planning is the hard time. Oh, you're in for a surprise. Welcome back to Behind the Strength, where we build your health, wealth, and peace of mind. I'm Christian Alvarez.
And I'm Carlo Bellagase. Welcome back to the show.
Today, we want to talk about, we want to talk to you people out there who spend months and years of planning and not enough doing.
You're gonna get punched in the face right now.
Yeah, like what's all the time? What's all the hesitation?
Whoop-pow.
You got to start doing stuff. Anyway, first of all, we want to thank everybody for listening. Anybody that's coming back, you guys have made some good suggestions for some topics. We are going to be covering them in the weeks to come, so please look out for that. Anybody else that wants to engage with us, ask any questions, or have any special topics he wants to cover,
You can hit us up on Instagram because I know you're always looking at that because the average person looks at that like at least 200 times a day.
Yep.
Hit us up on Instagram at StrengthenYou, at StrengthNU. I guess that's the least amount of friction that you're going to do. Nobody really sends emails anywhere anyway. So let's hit us up on Instagram.
send us a message.
We're
Man.
here all the time.
Couple
anyways.
words, that's it.
Tell us
Whether
you
you like
like
us or you don't like us.
Tell us we suck.
Yeah, or
Doesn't
anything
matter.
you want. That's cool.
Yeah.
As long as you're engaging. That's
So
important.
yeah, hit us up, ask us questions. If you can, please give us a rating on iTunes if you can. Play us on Spotify as much as you can, and refer as much as you can.
Yeah, perfect. Today, we want to talk to specific people out there. Actually, this can be considered of just about everybody in some aspect of their life. You take all the time to research. You're mapping out everything. You're doing all the planning. You want this, you want that in your life. But you haven't made the first move to do anything about it.
We're talking to you, master planner, not master doer.
I thought you were going to name one of the staff members. Hey, you're not. No.
We're talking to you.
But we're talking to the people right now who hesitate, who just wait, and who think that planning and months of planning is gonna do everything for them, and that the right moment and the right time is gonna come to finally act.
Well, they're moving. They're doing. They're thinking. They might be writing stuff down. They may be setting some certain things up.
Doing research.
Doing research. Yeah, maybe making little moves and hitting that line where it's like, shit, okay, now I have to go all in and
Make the major move.
make major moves. They work all the way up until that line, and then they kind of self-sabotage after that. Or even half step when they cross that line.
You remember when we first opened this business, it took us months and months to get things going. Every day we'd make little moves. We'd go to work at our old place, train some clients in the morning till the mid-afternoon. Then mid-afternoon we go to our old location and start building slowly. So
Yes.
obviously the process was slow because the funding wasn't quite there and we had to self-fund. And also their time wasn't there because we didn't go all in yet. We're still waiting on our paycheck to come in and whatnot. So it took us months and months. It was almost 6 months to build that last place, right?
Yeah,
When we first opened back in 2011. So through the year of 2010. Now, a big portion of that was because obviously we still needed the money to fund that build that we were doing. So we had to get our regular paycheck on top of that.
Yeah, for that time being, right? We started building when?
It was in 2010, the summer.
The summer of.
Summer of 2010.
Yeah. Okay.
Summer of 2010. We finally
that,
opened, grand opening January 2011. So it was a good 6 months or so.
Yes.
And it was a very slow progress. Now, we did our research through the time, the planning, but we didn't actually, when we say go all in, we didn't actually quit our jobs and put our everything in the business until about February or so.
I think it was February. Yeah, a month after.
It was about a month after.
After grand opening.
Yeah, we figured, hey, listen, we can't keep doing this, otherwise this business isn't gonna take off at all. Not even last, but it's not gonna take off.
Yeah. I still remember that conversation. It's like, shit, man, we're spending majority of our day still at this other place.
Yeah.
What the hell is, and this is
What
our
is it
business.
paying us? Yeah. And now there's a lot of people that actually linger in that time of building and planning for much longer than that.
But the thing is, we barely even planned though. That's the thing.
We didn't plan. We didn't plan at all. We did wing a lot of it.
We winged the whole.
We
fucking
winged a
thing.
lot of it.
We winged
how to form a body blitz class.
We winged the entire year and a half.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we're still winging it. So right.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. There's more structure.
No, but you know, and that's the thing. A lot of people never get out of that building and planning and researching and doing details.
You know what I was actually thinking? The reason why we're like that, like we just do, is because we come from an active martial arts background where you have to do
nothing to it but to do it.
you
Ronnie
just,
Coleman.
It's not like you write down how to do a certain move or a throw or a choke.
They show you and you go.
And then you go right away. It's like, here's how you do it.
Yeah.
Now do it
And
10,000 times, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be like, wait, that didn't look or feel like it at all.
And then you kind of adjust as you're doing it. The 30th time, the 60th, 1,000th time.
Well, see, that's the big thing a lot of people don't realize, right? So when we talk about, like, say in the training world, we talk about periodization. Right, which is a blueprint to building a house. Same thing, right? Building a body. So that's the planning stage. That is your prep stage. You're planning. I'm going to gather what I need to have. How many days a week do I need? How many calories do I need to put in? If this is the type of working out I want to do, that's the planning stage.
Yes.
Now, people don't understand, just like in a business or if you're making a move from one job to another, it doesn't have to be written in stone. The whole point is to just have a plan and to be able to kind of work with it as you go along. You have to be able to be flexible and to change that plan. That's kind of like how we are, where we say we wing it. We have a plan in mind, but we're not stuck to it. Where if something doesn't go our way, we're like, oh, well, the hell with it then.
Yeah, because we're
versatile.
We're ferociously honed in on the end goal.
Yes.
And we know that, okay, this plan is going to be organic. It's going to move around. It's not going to be still. It's going to be forever moving.
Yeah.
Our milestones are going to be moving. Things are going to come up that we have to change, even maybe direction for a little bit. But we know that.
Yes.
And that comes over time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing, especially when you're starting something new, you can't even stick to a plan. We had a business plan, which Jason made for when we first started.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I didn't even look at it.
We didn't even stick to that because we didn't look at it. We didn't open it.
I helped him. I sat down with him for hours, and then when he's like, "Yeah, I got an A on it." He killed it.
Yeah, he killed it. He got like near 100%.
Swear to God, I didn't even fucking look.
And it was a viable thing that a business plan that banks would look at.
Although we actually beat that business plan.
We did.
I took a look at it the other day.
Yeah, the projections and stuff. We beat.
We marked that.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, we weren't stuck to just one plan.
No.
I mean,
no.
let's rewind back for a second. Why is it that a lot of people hesitate to begin with? What's with the planning? What causes that?
Well, the over planning is a sense of fear.
It is. Okay, so let's break it down. It starts from fear.
Yeah, because it's lack of self-confidence.
Lack of self-confidence. So a lot of times,
fear of the unknown.
It's the unknown. Yeah. So a lot of times you got to remember this, guys. Anybody that's ever been to, say, a sport, a martial art, the first time you go into a dojo, are you that confident? No, because it's the unknown. You don't know what to expect. You don't know if you're going to get beat up, how hard you're going to fall on your ass, if you're going to get punched in your face.
If people like you.
If you're going to be accepted. And that's a huge thing. And now somebody that's going to be starting a business or somebody that's going to cross over from one business or from one job to another.
Or relationship.
There's all those things that are still weighing in their mind. Is somebody going to like me? Is there life after this once I leave this?
What are the repercussions?
Is the grass really greener?
I think that's the biggest
That's
thing
massive.
Too. Like, am I gonna leave my current situation for that other thing? Is it gonna be worth it for me?
So a lot of people like to do the weighing thing, right? And that's where they get stuck in a lot of the planning. I'm still weighing it out whether it's worth it for me to jump ship to another company and maybe
you're
has a
scared,
better
bro.
offer.
You're scared, bro. Stop
right?
Meanwhile,
we just talked about this, a couple episodes ago. Meanwhile, you've spent 5 years of your life wanting to get out of your position or to find another company where you can actually grow and develop as a person. Mm-hmm. But you're always like, I don't know if the grass is greener. I don't know if I should. I'm still weighing it out. So they're constantly weighing out, is the grass greener or not?
Yeah.
I mean, first and foremost, you got to define what grass is greener is.
Well,
are you looking for money? Are you looking for quality of life? Are you looking for,
that's the inner conflict. Okay, because when it's so specifically for that job thing, people are are used to a certain way of life.
Yes.
And which is actually pretty fucked up if you think about it. That's pretty, self-centered of you even to think that. If I leave my current position for, hopes of following something I want to do potentially that I'm passionate about, that's where you get stuck. It's because like I like my current situation financially, but I want to grow, as in my career, right? I want to take that step forward. So you're trying to service two masters now, right? That's the most selfish fucking thing in the world. Like I want to move, but I can't move because I don't want to move.
Well, that's the exact same thing as
Which is pretty
as
crazy.
us before. It's kind of like, and this is for anybody. Like, okay, I want to open a business, but I still want to make money while I'm in the early stages of my business. So therefore, I'm still going to work a job full time.
Because you're fucking, your life. There's what's it called again? What's that? What did Ed Milet say? Your goals, your dreams are for sale.
Yeah, you refuse to sacrifice or give up your current standard of living or state of living for a little while to get a bigger payoff to actually achieve the big dream or your main dreams, just to meet this little end goal right? or to meet this little end result right now, the immediate result.
Yes, if you want to talk specific to your jobs, like instead of analyzing how much you're gonna lose or whatever, it's like analyze how much wasted bullshit you're living in, right? Like your current situation. I had to buy a $1,500 car when my car broke down, and I'm still driving it. Some people can't live like that. They have to have the nicest car, or at least
or they're paying $1,500 a month for it.
Yeah, they have to do that because that's their identity, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Like you're not moving because of all the trophies that you're trying to collect, and that's stupid.
And a lot of those trophies are, let's face it, superficial.
Yeah, you're trying to impress people who don't give a fuck about you or
Exactly.
or hate you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna
It's
buy
just
your way out
one
from-
up.
You're gonna buy your way out from what? From their perception? Who cares, bro?
I'll tell you one thing: unless your name is Robert Kraft or Donald Trump, you're not buying your way out of many things.
No, you're not buying.
You know what I mean? Unless
shit.
you're a billionaire or an elite multimillionaire, you're not buying your way out of many things.
Yeah.
Because even those people still compete against each other, and they're never winning.
Yeah, so that fear of all that, the ego, the things that you kind of identify with in your current state, that's what cripples you. That you start summing up all these things, and you're like, fuck. Okay, am I gonna do this?
It's funny you talk about the ego because a lot of that is what tells you these stories to begin with. It's the ones that conjure up these stories like, if you leave and this bombs, your family's never going to look at you the same again, right? Or if you leave this job and your next job doesn't go so well, then, you kind of wasted your time and your efforts, and now you got to start back from scratch. So your head is always doing that. Your mind is constantly saying those things to you to hold you back, and that is your ego.
Maybe I'm pretty fucked up, but that excites me. I like that shit.
But most people doesn't. It
Oh,
scares them.
People are gonna talk shit. People are gonna doubt me. Okay, let's do it.
But most times,
I love it
it
though, man.
scares people.
But
right?
you have to stop letting it scare you. You have to be like, okay, when are you gonna step the fuck up? Like everybody in their lifetime sees themselves, can vision the moment where they could step the fuck up, right? Mm-hmm. They could see. If you dream it, everybody has that sense of, you could step into that person, right? Even if you're not that person now, you could kind of visualize how you are, how you act, how you stand, how you carry yourself throughout the universe. You could see that. You can embody it. So my suggestion to even get over that is embody that every single day. Like your body and your brain will start to feel it, to start believing in it. So that's one way of getting out of it. And it's pretty stupid. Yes, I know, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to think myself that. But I did that every single time. For instance, when I was training for the fight, every single day, I was scared, but every single day I pictured myself like, who is that champion that's going to hold up that belt at the end of the fucking tournament? What does that person embody? How much effort is that person going to give?
How many hours of training does this person do a day? What type of mindset does he come with when he trains?
Exactly. Not me. Like, what does that person? Because everybody knows if you could close your eyes and be like,
if you take yourself out of the situation.
Exactly.
Because it takes your feelings out of it.
Yes.
And it gives you actual facts.
Yes.
What it does, people, is it gives you the state of mind where you're asking yourself answers. My client and I this morning just spoke about it. He goes, okay, what would it take to do this? He goes, when you start asking yourself, and it's true, when you start asking yourself the right questions, the right answers come. Mm-hmm. As opposed to saying, no, I'll never be able to make more money. No, I'll never be able to get, to leave this job and get into a better company. You're going to have to ask yourself, what would it take to get into that position in that company? What does that person embody? What time do they wake up in the morning, right? What time do they fucking wake up? What time do they go to sleep at?
What do they do in
What
the
do they
morning?
think about during the day?
Yes.
Am I looking at Instagram or am I doing my research
Yes.
on my next position?
And that's the
what do I need
easiest-
to know?
That is the easiest thing for anybody to answer. You don't need to be a fucking genius to do that. It's easy. So I did this when I was doing the consults. I'm like, listen, the 20 pound lighter you. Okay, if you take yourself out of it, what does that person do every day? What does that person think about? What does that person eat? How does that person drive to work? How does that person address people in a positive way, negative way? You think and you tell me, and they tell me exactly what they right. I didn't have to tell them; they tell me exactly. So I was like, so you know the answer.
Yeah. All you
You
have
know
to do
the
is
answer.
take yourself physically out of it.
I don't need I don't even need your money. You know the answer, but why? Why aren't you doing it?
It's accountability.
There you go.
And the biggest thing, and I was going to say that attaches to all this, guys, if there is, guys and girls, if there is anything that we can tell you, is having, no matter what it is you're trying to accomplish, whether it's a better body, better physical conditioning, better position in life or job or whatever have you, having a coach or someone to guide you along the way. And it's not just for the fact that they know more than you and that they've been there, but they can keep you accountable to your actions and to your planning. You know what I mean? That is important because a lot of times it's true. It's very hard to get self-motivated. I know, we know. But if there's somebody, you know, like say for us, when we were building, there was literally the two of us showing up every single day.
Yeah.
And it helped a lot because you have another person that's relying on you. So in that way, you have accountability.
Yeah.
So for people, if you don't have a business partner, if you don't have somebody it helps to have someone to keep you accountable.
Yes, it does.
That'll get you, fired up immediately.
I must warn you here, and I'm going to say this straight up. How many people have we sat down with to help them in their own business or whatever, or develop themselves? I can't even count how many fucking hours ever since we opened, how many times I sat down with people to help develop a plan. Just because I know what it feels like to not have that. Like, we never had that. And the person who helped us, quote unquote, fucking scammed us from a lot of money. So that was bad.
Yeah.
So I think that's subconsciously why I do it still, because I kind of want to be that person to help people. But if you're asking people for help, if you have the audacity to sit down with somebody who's actually done it, who's proven, there's a formula for success, don't fucking waste your time.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Like, do not waste your time.
Act and do.
And by saying that, it's like it's not good enough to be like, oh yeah, you're right, I'm gonna do this, and you write your shit down, and then a month later we sit down and
There's
nothing
no
fucking
plan of
happens.
action,
You know,
yeah.
I can't tell you, and this is why this subject is very crucial for people to understand. Stop fucking playing. And same like, I know we talk like after the meeting or sit down and like, listen, I know that we talked about this, this, and this, but it's not my fucking job for you to do that.
To actually act. Yeah.
Okay? Because while you're out there trying to figure it out, I'm making 10 times more moves than you, and I have so many more things to do than you. You don't have anything to do. If I'm doing more than you and I'm accomplishing more than you, there's a problem. And 99.9% of that time, they don't do shit.
Listen, it's twofold. Just because you have a guidance or you have a coach, it doesn't mean it's going to magically happen. You have to work as hard or even harder than what you're getting from them. Whatever energy remember, they're already giving you their energy. Their smarts, their experience, they're already giving you that. Whether you're paying for it or not, they're still giving you that.
Yeah.
And for you to just be like, all right, I'm going to expect this to happen based on the fact that I got this person on my team now, that doesn't work like that. You have to keep yourself that much more accountable, and you got to act twice as hard.
Like, dude, I can't tell you how many times that we search for these type of people, right? We're still looking for people that who could kind of help us and guide us and mentor us through certain things. And dude, we would do anything for that. You know what I mean? Like, if I sat down with somebody super successful, like I sat down with this guy, fucking Fred, and I took everything that he said to me with stride, right? And this is why part of it is why we're here today, because of those accountability things that I did because of his mentorship. So for anybody to sit down with people and all you do is just plan and plan and plan, and you tell me like, oh yeah, I'm still planning and I'm still doing this. I'm like, bro, I built a fucking website. It might not be perfect. I built in less than a fucking week, and you're still not doing it. I have way more services than you do. Plus I'm running a company.
Hey, we have a friend. We have a friend. No kidding. Last 7 years has been planning to get a shop.
Yeah.
Still planning to get a shop till this day. And it's like, I actually stopped asking you about it from 6.5 years ago.
Yeah. And
After the first 2 or 3 months, no action was taken, like zero. I don't know why it's still in your head that you think that you're still going to open a business till this day.
But the funny
Seven
thing
and a
is,
half years, 8 years later.
when you ask certain questions like, why isn't it done? Oh, I have to do this still. I did
course.
this. Oh, blah 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 blah.
There's
blah,
a
blah,
prerequisite
blah.
to everything.
Then my question is like, yo, what did you do today?
Then what have you done?
What did you do today?
Yeah. Then what
What have you done today? Oh, you went to work? Okay, what time did you get off work? Oh,
Yeah,
3
what
o'clock.
have you done since?
3 o'clock. So what the fuck did you do from 3 p.m. to 1 a.m.?
6, 7 p.m. Yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah.
Do you have any other responsibilities other than you trying to make it in this world? Because
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
What is it?
What are you waiting for?
What the fuck are you waiting for? What is there? What else is there to do in life? Because everything else that you could tell me that you're doing is a waste of fucking time. What is it? Watching TV? Well, you're gonna fucking what is it? What do we actually do in a day that is very fucking valuable?
That's
more
all the
valuable than
time.
whatever that you want to accomplish in life.
Yeah.
I don't think there is anything anybody could fucking say that.
Right.
Because even if it's an extra hour a day, that's how many hours in a week? That's 7 hours. That's a whole day.
The point is there's action, there's movement, momentum going on there at the least.
Yes, but it's
Right?
not just planning. Like, stop. How
Yeah,
how
it's
many
not
hours
just
of
planning.
planning? Like, go do
Yeah,
something.
there's actual
Go knock on
action.
fucking doors. Go call somebody. Go try to pitch somebody something to give you $1.
Yeah.
Not even full price of what you're asking for.
Just $1.
Just $1.
At least
dude,
it's practice.
we sat down and the only table that we owned in the back. Actually, we didn't own it. It was rent. It was loaned to us, and
Loaned
we
to
went through
us.
our entire freaking phone book, called every single person,
text
told
them,
them
call
to
them.
come, and there was hundreds of people. Only
Hit
like
up.
less than 20 people came.
Hit up every Facebook friend,
Every Facebook friend, every fucking business on our
That we
block.
know, yeah,
We
that
walked
we
up
know.
and down the street.
even a lot of people that weren't in our area, we reached out to, guys that from like Dave from Warrior, Nelson at the time when he had Maximum Nutrition.
Yes.
We just reached out to every single person we can
single
who could possibly
person.
send us a client, a referral, anything to get the friggin' wheels going.
Yes, and even after that, we had 0 people sign up.
Yep.
We got people to come for a couple of classes to make it look full, but 0 people signed up.
But if there's a time when there is self-doubt, it's right then. If you think you're doubting yourself now, just wait till you actually make that move and the hard times actually come. So whether you're actually just starting in a new job in a new company, or you're trying to leap into a new business, or you're just trying to get the wheels going in your life, period, you got to remember that time that you think that you spend planning is the hard time. Oh, you're in for a surprise.
But that's
That's not
the
even the
funny
hard
thing.
part. Yeah.
That's the easiest.
That's the easiest part. Is actually to get the wheels going. Yeah.
Get dirty, man. You have to get dirty.
Because now actual problems and real life things that you have to solve, actual issues, are gonna start coming along. And that's when it starts to really pile up to you.
Yeah, problem solving doesn't happen on paper. It happens in person.
It happens in action. Yes,
It
it's solved by action.
And that's why I tell people just to take action. It doesn't matter. You don't know the right answer until it punches you in the face.
Yeah,
Right? It's like those like hidden door games. Like life is not going to give you the answer.
all
Pick
your
one.
projections, all that stuff that you can sit down and forecast is not going to get you there.
All wrong. Until you get to a certain point where
you get to a certain point, you
when
need
you
all
know
that.
there's trends in your business or whatever.
And it's good to know that stuff upon starting, or even like if you're going into a new job, it's good to know the prerequisites. But you can learn as you go along. You know that. It's just like starting a fitness plan. Do you need to have a master level trainer's mindset and knowledge to be able to build yourself, not even a spectacular body, but to even lose 10 pounds? Do you need that? No. You just need some basic knowledge. And what do you need? A strong will and some call to action.
Yeah, just lift something
Just
up
a call to
and
action.
walk or
Go
do
lift some
something.
weight and
Yeah.
move your body more than you did yesterday.
Yeah.
And don't eat so much crap.
Yeah.
That's step one.
It requires energy to lose weight or gain
Right.
weight. It's energy. It's all energy.
If you're trying to transfer, positions, or, if you're trying to switch companies, all it takes is applying. It literally just takes applying. What do I need to get this new job that I want? And let me apply.
Yeah.
Let me get the prerequisites, because trust me, the prerequisite isn't sitting there and thinking about it.
Yes.
That is definitely not a prerequisite, people.
Yeah. If I were to look for a job today, I would not only just apply, but I would learn how to influence people, how read body language. Like people don't take it to that level; they just want to take it for the surface level. Like where's my sticking point? Okay, I'm getting the interview. Mm-hmm. Where am I losing them? in the interview if I'm not getting the
Yeah,
job?
yeah.
How can I again embody the perfect candidate?
Yes,
Right? How do I
yes.
reverse engineer that? How do I put myself in the position of the person who manages or owns that company? And how do I add more value than everybody else that's going to sit in front of them?
I agree.
But nobody does that. They just fucking like, yeah, blah, cover letter, hey, blah, blah,
Like,
blah.
oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get a call back.
You know, I like your company and I think it'll be a great fit. I'm like, okay, what the fuck value are you going to bring to this company?
It's
Don't
always
come
about.
to me of like telling me that this company will do great things for you because that's bullshit.
You got to remember when you're actually going in for an interview, you're selling the interviewer. As much as you think you're scanning them to be a perfect fit for you, believe me, they're scanning you harder
Bro,
to
if
be a
if you're
perfect
trying
fit.
to be part of something, who the hell do you think you are to be like, oh, you're a perfect fit for me?
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
You don't go into a,
Oh, that's
you
what
don't
I'm
go
trying to
a-
say.
Right? You don't go to a tribe and be like, oh, you guys are great. They'd be like,
Well, that's
what
why
the fuck are you doing here?
any great
do
company
you-
will ask you, how will you contribute to our community here?
That's what it is. It's like a little tribe, and if you're new, okay, do you know how to fish? Do you know how to hunt? Do
Yeah.
you know how to
Yeah.
fix things? Do you know how,
Do you
to,
know how to build a teepee?
build a
Yeah.
teepee? Can you make a fire?
Can you make a fire?
No.
Yes. Can you gather
Get the
wood?
fuck- Go
Yeah.
somewhere else, man.
If you can at least gather wood, you're hired. Let's start there.
But that's in anything in life, right? What skills do you have to take to the next level?
Yeah.
You can't plan that.
And that's a great
It's
way
all
to,
reps, man.
And that's a great way to put it. Because whether you're looking for a relationship, or you're looking for a new position, or you're looking for you're essentially joining a current existing ecosystem or a tribe. And you guys have to remember, it's what are you offering that partner? What are you
people. If
offering
you're opening
that
a business,
people,
what are you offering
those
in
people?
business,
What are you
right?
offering in business to attain clients? And like, what are you doing for them?
Yes.
So a lot of people don't realize it, and they think merely for the motive of myself. What am I going to gain? And that's where a lot of people, you're going to get stopped dead in your tracks. And believe me, you're going to constantly be in the planning stage if all you think about is how you benefit.
Because good point. Because now you're gonna play chess mentally. You're gonna. Be
Oh,
like,
of course.
Okay, if I'm, you know what? To solve this problem in my business, I should do this. And you start thinking like, fuck, no. Then I need to do this. And then you start thinking like 30 steps ahead. That like now
Well,
you need
and-
fucking 50 employees when
Well,
you don't
you-
even have $1 in the bank account.
Well, you know what sucks too is the point that you're always checkmating yourself.
but that's the problem.
Like you can never checkmate the other person.
Yeah.
And you're always wondering, I'm never even in the position to win this game.
Yeah.
It's because you're always checkmating yourself. You're not focusing on defeating the other person. You're focusing on getting out of the slump yourself.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you're not focusing on the bigger picture.
And that's what my friend Alan, he got into photography and stuff like that, right? He did some stuff for us here because he was an engineer. I helped him. He was in school with me. So he was on the fence where okay, I like engineering, gives me the money and stuff like that, but I'm not challenged. I want to get into photography or this and that. And then he started following all these other people around, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, are you taking pictures of people now? He's like, no, like I'm helping out here and there because they're giving me, you know, like I'm still planning and stuff like that. I still, you know, it's I'm trying to get into the industry, right? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're taking pictures of people. What, like, just take pictures of people and get better. What? There's nobody holding the
There's
key,
no
the golden
planning,
fucking
yeah.
key to an industry. You know what I mean? Like, there's no planning that.
No.
Like me as your future client, I don't care who the hell you work with.
Yeah.
Are you good, homie?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Let me just see the pictures that you've taken.
Let me see. Do you?
Oh, hold on, I'm still planning
I'm
it
not
out.
gonna be like, oh shit, who's the industry leader, and I'm gonna ask them to refer you to me.
They're basically looking for the perfect scenario, the perfect.
And it's crazy because all these creatives are like that. Like, oh, you know, I need to, you know, do this and that because of the industry. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
your
true.
industry serves people.
It's very true.
So serve people.
Serve people any which way. You can serve your neighbor who's just
sucks.
looking to put ads up for friggin' snow removal.
Yeah.
You can make money off doing that. Just making a friggin' flyer off a guy that's doing snow removal. If you're a creative designer or whatever, of some sort, that's it.
Yeah, and I told him, like, dude, here, you want to fucking get your feet wet? Go take pictures and shit of people here. So what are you following industry people around for? What can they teach you? I could teach you every single thing about marketing, accounting, everything, sales. Did they teach you anything about sales? No. So you're fucking wasting time.
Because here's the thing, man. If you notice too, like the best people in any industry, didn't do it because of, comparing themselves to industry standard. They did it because they spent endless hours a day doing it.
Doing it,
Right?
serving the people.
The best ball players, basketball players, they just played ball. They didn't compare themselves. What's Michael Jordan's standard here? He's got to do 2,000 shots a day. I got to do 2,000 shots. No, I'm just gonna play and I'm gonna focus on my game.
Yes.
Right? Stop focusing on the bigger race or on the race in front of you or beside you, because there is no race, people. It's you yourself. And the more time you're planning and you're spending time with, spending a lot of energy and efforts into little bullshit items and just holding yourself back, you're losing that race.
Yeah.
You're losing the race against yourself.
Yeah.
Because this is time you can't buy back. Believe me.
And at the end of the day, the biggest research, the best type of research is like in field, doing it, like seeing it firsthand,
Doing it.
having conversations with people, trying to feel them out and seeing how they are and what the temperature or the environment is like in real time, so you can bring that maybe an hour at nighttime to plan the next day. That's I'm there's no, don't get me twisted, like planning is important, it's essential, but it's the action of those plans, taking those plans into like ridiculous, stupid action.
I'll give you a perfect example. I was 15 years old when I fell in love with weight training, fitness, and I was like, I want to be a trainer and I want to be like whatever. Everybody's like, oh, you're gonna make $9-10 an hour. Don't do it. I'm like, but I really like it, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Now I was 15 at the time, still in high school, and it's not like I could go and take kinesiology. I could have plans for all that and all that stuff. But I'm like, how can I start myself now? So I did everything I can. I went to the gym an hour and a half, 2 hours a day to change my body, to try exercises, try angles, try different forms of intensity. Then I'd go home and I'd research. I'd read about what to eat. I'd read about different types of workouts, different angles of workouts. Then I just try it again. And every single day I did that. By the time I was actually able to say apply for a university or college, I'm like, shoot, I'm already there.
Yeah.
18, okay, you're ready to go to university. I've already done my 3 years of research and development.
Yeah.
I was already at a college university level when people are just entering in. This is what a muscle is made of. It's like, what? I read that back when I was 15 years old and I was supposed to be in English class. What are you talking about?
This is before Google.
This is before Google.
Yeah, this is before
I have
internet.
Books and books and textbooks. I'm not talking about the pretty little magazines. I have those too. The Flex magazine and all that stuff, because you learn from all those too, right?
Yeah.
And whatever you can. But this is a perfect example. I could have waited. Okay, I'm 15 now. I'm going to wait till about 18. Then I'm going to start doing my research. I can get into the industry. No, I said, I want to get into the industry now. I want to work now. I want to be a trainer now. Because I thought, I was like, I want to be a big jacked up guy, training people, being cool, all that stuff, and knowing my stuff about the body. So I started. There's nothing to it. I started. I literally grabbed the first magazine I saw. Then I was like, okay, what are the best textbooks to get? And somebody goes, ditch the ones with the pictures. Ditch the ones with the models. They go to me.
Yeah,
see all those books that you see at chapters and stuff?
Yeah.
With all the fancy models and all the guys that are like oiled up. Don't buy those ones.
Yeah, those are bad.
Don't buy those ones because they're not going to teach you anything good.
No. They're just selling you.
You can learn those things. You can look at those things once you learn the very basics of your body, how it moves, all that stuff. That's what I did for the next 3 or 4 years. And therefore, by the time I was actually hired, I was hired at 17 and not 18. So a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I won't tell the company. Some of you guys know. But by then, I was already like, man, I was already spitting stuff out like a kin.
Yeah.
Because I've done my research, that was my planning as I was going along.
Yeah, you're doing while learning.
I was doing as I go along because you know what? And hey, there was nothing, so industry standard. They say, hey, before you can work in a gym or be hired as a trainer by someone, you got to be 18, right?
Is that true?
It's true.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's true. Legally, before you go into your CanFit Pro license and any NSSA, right? Any accreditation, you got to be 18.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Any accreditation.
Yeah.
But nothing stopped me from grabbing Tiny or Byron or friggin' Ray and say, I'm going to train you. Nothing stopped me. That's what I did. I grabbed all my friends that were willing to go to the high school gym with me in Vanier.
Yeah.
Or anybody that was willing to go with me to, that fitness place, I was about to say it.
Yeah.
In the morning or at night. And I was going to say, I'm going to train and I'm going to train you too.
Yeah.
Nothing stopped me.
That's exactly what happened to me too. Yeah.
Nothing stopped you.
Yeah.
I wasn't
You
planning.
just grab your boys and like, yo, we're doing this.
Because you know what? I'm not waiting till I'm 18 to be able to get my hands on somebody to be able to lift the weight.
No.
I don't need to do that. I don't need to wait till I'm 18. I'm going to start now. And that's the exact point that we're trying to make. I'm not saying that everybody's got to start that early. But guys and girls, there is nothing stopping you from actually acting now.
Yeah, if you, and just to give you a time frame, if you want to open a business, you could get a business up and running in less than a month. So if
Literally.
it's taking you longer than that,
Especially with the world of online marketing and just even, the e-commerce these days.
yeah,
There's not, guys, you can get it up in days.
yeah. So
You'll figure out a lot of the kinks and stuff and the solutions and problem solving. We'll talk about in another segment, but there's nothing stopping you.
yeah. So stop planning, start doing,
Act now.
and act now. Buy now.
Buy now. Act now. If you have any questions, guys, if you want us to expand on this further, if you have anything particular you want to ask us, hit us up.
At Strengthen You on Instagram. STRENGTHNU on Instagram. Shoot us a DM. Hit us up. Ask us any questions about anything, man. We're open. Anybody who is listening to this knows that we hit you guys back on DMs all the time. And we enjoy it, man. We like to have a conversation on there too. So
Yeah, it's good. It
Don't be
opens up our
scared.
minds.
Hit us up and follow our stuff. If you're into fitness, there's a lot of shit that we have on YouTube, on Facebook. So there's a lot of tutorials there if you want to listen to that stuff. And obviously here on our podcast, we'll give you more motivation, more actual life strategies. So
Yeah.
not only this, if this is your first time, listen to all our other stuff too. We have over 30 episodes now. And we're rolling, man.
Stay tuned for upcoming episodes that will cover anything that will help you out in your fitness goals, your nutritional practices, or even just your life in general. Just making a point to act.
And to close this off, like we said in this episode, turn this fucking thing off and do something.
Amen.
Peace.